Hi everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we are back again today to talk about Star Trek books, if you can believe it, right? We were fortunate enough to be sent on a mission to Sandusky, Christmas related, and had a few extra hours to burn while I was up there. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go up to Federation headquarters and organize some Star Trek books. So that is what we did. And actually, here, let's go to the photo reel. So here we are, as you can see. Um, I arrived in a great deal of pain, dealing with some back issues. You can see it right there in my eyes, even. But happy to be here, happy to be working on the shelves. So what you can see here is the TNG shelf here, and you can see I'm in the midst of dusting. And then to the left behind me here, this is the TOS shelf here. All right. Again, a closer look here at the TNG shelf they have. And this was kind of my work for today, was to get this TOS shelf in a decent order. And as you can see, by the end of the day, we didn't do half bad, right? Let's see if we can zoom in on some of this stuff and get you guys a better look. And we can. So we started out with all of the early stuff, right? So we've got the James Blish novelizations, we got the Best of Trek, we've got the Trek logs, and we've got the photo books as well here. And then we go down, we start getting into the actual published, the other books, and then the numbered series as well. And then I kind of ran out of time and basically just put the rest up on the shelves. So the next time I go, I'm going to be hitting like these two top rows. They're good. They're good. They're golden. But then we're going to be going through these and getting these all perfectly in order. And then I'm kind of saving the best for last here. The TNG section is going to be so fun to do. So really looking forward to getting into that after that. Let's see, what else do we show you here? Here we go. Okay. Let's go back to this. Okay, so here, as you can see, we have the Deep Space Nine, Titan, Voyager, and then a lot of the other miscellaneous series. The Corps of Engineers, complete sets like the Captain's Table set, and there is definitely some more organization that we're going to do here, but that'll come down the road. So now here we can see as we have our Star Trek reference area over here. Yep. And you get, hold on. First off, there's the Star Trek hardcover right here. And then to the left, that is your reference area. And also TV guides, comics, and some other things. So basically just about anything that you could be looking for can be found here at Federation headquarters in Sandusky, Ohio. So again, another look at the hardcover one. And this is stuff we've already done here. And one last look at the kind of where we ended up with on that, right? And again, next time when we go in there, we're going to finish up this. This is all going to be organized. And then the TNG books will be next. I think I've got maybe about 3 more boxes of books on the floor that I need to kind of go through and organize and then get up on the shelf there at headquarters. And basically, I guess what I'm saying is, if you need a certain Star Trek book, if you're looking for a certain Star Trek book, and you're in the area, stop into Federation headquarters in the Sandusky Mall, and more than likely you will find what you need. And maybe if you stop in on a Tuesday, you can sit down with me and we can talk about some Trek books, right? Now, I don't go to Federation headquarters and then leave empty-handed, of course, so we are going to discuss what we got. What did we pick up here to keeping on to the full and complete collection of Star Trek books. And since we were working over there in the original series section, that is what we focused on. So let's see what we got. You know what? I think we're going to go in like a reversing order, right? So let's start with some of the, not newer, I guess this is about 10 years old at this point, but we've got a Hershey's chocolate bar wrapper as a bookmark there. Anyway, we've got Elusive Salvation by Dayton Ward and The Ladder Fire by James Swallow. This one here is Devil's Bargain by Tony Daniel. And In the Name of Honor, another one by Dayton Ward. All right. This is Jeff Marriott in the Folded World. And Greg Cox, Foul Deeds Will Rise. Okay. Well, we've got more. We did pretty good. I think we ended up with 14 in total here. We've got Twilight's End, number 77, by Jerry Olshan. This is kind of an interesting one. I can tell you, we're going to save that one. We got a couple of like series here. So we've got the series Errand of Fury, Book 1, and this is by Kevin Ryan, of course, and Book 2, also by Kevin Ryan. And then we've got the Errand of Vengeance, Book 1, and Book 2 here as well. So this is The Edge of the Sword, and these are by Kevin Ryan as well, and Killing Blow. And I'm not a fan of photo covers on books. I think I've said that in the past. Not a fan. This I thought was very interesting. Have you guys ever seen a book like this before? So this is The Case of the Colonist Corpse, a Sam Kogler mystery. And again, this is the pages are right? But look, very cool, right? So glad to have that one. And then finally, the last two here, we did get L.A. Graff's Traitor Wins, which is the third book in the Lost Years saga, coming at number 70. And then finally, we picked up number 48, Rules of Engagement, the new novel by Peter Morwood. So all in all, I mean, like, pretty good. And with my Federation discount and the fact that it's only $1.50 a piece, I think I paid like less than $10 for all this. So we got to be pretty happy about that. Oh, and also we did pick up this, which I thought was pretty cool. And I'll have to see if I can find a tape deck to check it out in. But we have the Nitpicker's Guide for Next Generation Trekkers Part 3. And look, it's a audio tape read by Denise Crosby, Robert O'Reilly, and Dwight Schultz. So I'm a big fan of the Nitpicker's Guides. I loved them when I was a kid, and I still like to read them every now and then. So I think that was pretty interesting. And just, what a fun time. I think I spent maybe about 2.5 hours up there, organized some Star Trek books, picked out some new books for the collection, and just had a blast, right? Now, before we leave, I do want to say we are plowing right along with A Stitch in Time, as you can see. We are nearing the end, and it is fantastic. Love getting this kind of deep dive into Garrick's story, right? Very cool. So happy to be reading that. Happy to be surrounded by Star Trek books. Just a wonderful feeling to have. And looking forward to the next time I can get back up to Federation headquarters and continue to bring the Federation headquarters book collection to completion. I think I'm the self-appointed chief literary officer of headquarters, at this point. So anyway, thanks for hanging out and looking at my new books. As always, my friends, live long and prosper. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.